All right, what is up, friends? Welcome to Upper Body and Core. My name is NikkiFIT, and I am so glad you are here. So let's talk about how this workout's gonna go down, and then we're gonna get warmed up. So today we are gonna be doing 3 different supersets, and each superset has 2 exercises. Exercises are done 45 seconds in length, and I'll give us 15 seconds to transition in between each exercise. Now that will feel a little bit fast to some, and if it is, please feel free to take your time, pause the screen whenever you need, and do your best. All right, guys, let's have some fun and let's get warmed up. All right, guys, welcome to the warm-up. So let's get this show on the road. So you're gonna start, feet underneath you, take a big deep breath in, inhale, reach up toward the sky, exhale, let it go. You're gonna do that one more time, big deep breath in, inhale, exhale. This time we're gonna hip hinge, we're gonna dive forward, come all the way forward. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me. We're gonna hang out right here, and we're gonna just sway side to side, loosening up our hamstrings just a little bit. You can drop your head, and you're just gonna take a moment here. All right, so from here, we're gonna hollow out our belly, we're gonna bend our knees, we're gonna roll all the way up. We're gonna take that big reach up towards the sky one more time, and this time we're gonna grab one wrist, we're gonna pull it over to one side. And then back to center, inhale, and you're gonna exhale, pull it to the next side. Do it again, inhale, reach up, exhale, pull. One more time, inhale, reach up, exhale, pull. Nice, now you're gonna hip hinge, dive forward one more time at the waist. We did this in the first video, we were opening up our hips. We are going to touch our hips as well, because just because we're training upper body doesn't mean we don't need to prepare the entire body. All right, awesome. So then you're just gonna keep your feet flat on the floor, bend your knees. We're not gonna be here long though. You're just gonna walk out into a high plank. You're gonna step 1 foot forward. We're gonna hang out right here. You can move and rock back and forth if that feels good. Just try to open up the hips, open up the hip flexor. Take as long as you need. There is no rush. Good, you're gonna put your hand down, you're gonna switch. Your goal here is to really get your foot flat on the floor. You can see my back foot, my foot's completely flat on the floor. That would be your goal. If that is not available to you, then you're gonna drop your back knee, okay? So you got some options. Once again, staying here as long as you need, moving around just a little bit. Awesome, so we're gonna plant that other hand back down, feet come together, bend your knees, walk your hands back, and you're gonna stand all the way up. Awesome. Now I want you to grab your lightest weights. We're still getting warmed up here. We're gonna do some rear delt flies. You're gonna grab your lightest weights. We're gonna warm up our back and shoulders. Feet are underneath you. Hip hinge over at the waist. Eyes look at the ground. Bring your arms out to the side and then lower back down. So just getting warmed up. Take your time. Once again, for any reason you want to deload, which means drop weight or even get rid of the weights, you absolutely can. Listen to your body. Let's get 2 more. 1 more. Awesome. Now we're going to stand all the way up. We're going to do what's called standing scaption, still warming up our shoulders. Feet are underneath you. Glutes are on, abs are in. You're going to go arms all the way up to the sky and then lower back down. Arms all the way up and lower back down. Awesome. Take your time. No rush. And we're going to do those rear delts and this scaption 2 times. All right. So really going to get those shoulders prepared for work today. All right, here we go. 1 more. Awesome. I'm gonna turn sideways again. Here we go. We're gonna hip hinge. Bend over. Out to the side and down. Out to the side and down. Take your time. Nice. Squeeze in the back of our shoulders. Navel draws in. Back is flat. Let's get 4 more. One more. Awesome. Scaption 1 more time. Feet are underneath us. Inhale, arms up all the way, shoulder blades pulled back. Now, for some reason that bothers your shoulders, just come to forward. Just come to arms parallel to the floor and back down. If you've got scaption, you can bring your bicep, your arm, all the way in line with your ear. Please do. That's trying to work on the range of motion of our shoulder. Hang in there. Let's get 2 more. 1 more. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna rev the engine just a little bit. So we're gonna do speed skaters. We have the option to jump or we have the option to step. I'm gonna show you both. So you're either going to jump side to side or you're gonna step touch, step touch, step touch. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So all we're trying to do is just rev the engine, get the heart rate up a little bit, get the blood flowing, and we're gonna go into our first series. So I've got the little hop going on. You can do this or you can touch, touch, touch. We got about 10 seconds or so. Just a little bit of motion to get the blood flowing. Hang in there, friends. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. All right, guys. So take a sip of water, get ready to rock. We got block 1, superset 1 coming at us. Let's play. All right, friends, welcome to set number 1. All right, so we're gonna be focusing on upper body, chest, shoulders, and triceps. So we're gonna be doing push-ups and we're gonna be doing shoulder press, both which I'm gonna demo. All right, so we're gonna start with push-ups. You're gonna come down to the ground, knees or toes. So what I like to have my athletes do is lie all the way down the ground, be knees or toes, it does not matter. You're gonna put your hands right in line with your armpits or your chest, right? So right here. Then you're gonna move your hands out to the side. See how my elbows are back behind me? They're not in line with my shoulders. Then from there, I'm gonna either lift my feet or tuck my toes, abs come in, and I'm gonna push myself away from the floor and then lower back down. The big thing that I want you guys to pay attention to are your elbows, right? So making sure they're going back behind you and you're not way up here. It's gonna put way too much pressure on your shoulder girdle. So back behind you, big press. And then also if you're on your toes, you could do it there as well. Okay, so exercise number 2 is gonna be a shoulder press. So moderate to lightweight, listen to your body. If you're more advanced, if you're intermediate, you wanna go heavier, you can. If you're just starting out, grab something lighter. So we're gonna go field goal post, elbows bent 90 degrees, feet are underneath us, abs are in and glutes are turned on. It's gonna protect our back. We're gonna rotate, we're gonna press up to the sky. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, rotate, press up. And your palms are gonna face each other at the top. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get your bicep in line with your ear. Right, trying to get your bicep in line with your ear because that is going to get the full expression or range of motion in that shoulder, which we lose because we all sit and drive, and this is just how we live our life. And I am also raising my hand because I'm guilty of it too, right? Just the world we live in. So wide shoulders, rotate bicep by ears, and that's our first set. All right, so we're gonna get that timer started and we're gonna do this thing. All right, friends. Here we go. So we've got push-ups as our very first exercise. So we're gonna come down to the ground. We're gonna lie all the way on our bellies, arms underneath our shoulders, tuck your toes or bend your knees, abs are in, 3, 2, 1, and big press up. So we're gonna inhale as we come down, and then exhale as we push ourselves away from the floor. Inhale down, exhale, push ourselves away from the floor. Inhale, exhale, take your time. Inhale down. Exhale, big drive, good. Inhale. Exhale, big squeeze, beautiful. Good, we got about 15 seconds. Now you can always start on your toes and then drop to your knees, right? So if you wanna try a few on your toes, please do. I'd love to see you try. Or just know that that's something you can work towards. We've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and awesome. Woo! We're gonna feel that one tomorrow. All right, here we go. Grab your lighter dumbbells. Feet are gonna be underneath you. Field goal post, elbows bent 90 degrees. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Big push up. Inhale on the way down, take your time. Exhale up. Inhale on the way down, good, big squeeze. Now keep going. If for some reason this bothers you, you could do an upright row, which is dumbbells are close to you. Lead with your elbows. I know some people have impingements in their shoulders, so it's hard to go overhead. You could also do a lateral side raise, all right? So you've got a couple different ways to work your shoulders without pressing. If you can do the shoulder press, great, come with me. If not, modify. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up, big squeeze. Beautiful, inhale. Exhale, good. Inhale down. Exhale up, so good, so good. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. 4, 3, 2, and time. Awesome. All right, we're taking it back down to the ground. We've got push-ups. We're gonna come onto our bellies, hands underneath shoulders. All right, here we go. We're gonna lift our feet or tuck your toes. 3, 2, 1, navel draws in, big press up, and lower back down. So blowing yourself away from the floor. So inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, belly draws in. Exhale, big push. And do as many as you can. If you can't do the full 45 seconds, that's okay. Do as many as you can. Take a break. You can stretch a little bit, right? Whatever you need to do, and then go back in. We still got 20 seconds. Plenty of time to get some reps in. Good. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Awesome, guys. 10 seconds. Woo. 3, 2, 1, and awesome. All right, so we're gonna make our way back up. Grab your light dumbbells. Here we go. Take your time. If you need to pause the video, do what you need to do. Get water. We're gonna go back in. All right, same thing. Nothing changes. 3, 2, 1, go. Big rotate press. Inhale on the way down. Exhale up, big press. Inhale on the way down. Nice. Good. Remember, you have an option to do an upright row with your hands down below your shoulders. You could do a lateral raise. So you've got multiple options. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Good. You should feel this. Yes, I know, I'm with you. Hang in there, we're getting warm. Inhale down, exhale up, big squeeze. Trying to get, once again, that bicep in line with your ear, right? Working on that range of motion. Navel draws in, making sure we're not arching our back. So tuck your pelvis under, squeeze your booty. 4, 3, 2, and excellent. Awesome. We're gonna trade these out one more time. Put them down. We got push-ups. We're gonna get right to it. We got about 8 seconds. So let's get down, get ready. Once again, if you need a break, take it. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Big press up. We blow ourselves away from the floor. Inhale on the way down. Beautiful. Once again, you can be on your toes. You absolutely can. You don't have to be on your knees. You could do a few up top, and then you could say, you know what, I'm gonna do a few on the floor. So do what works for your body. It's our last set, 20 seconds. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, big squeeze. Come on, keep going, guys. Keep it moving, keep it moving. I know it's warm. These last few reps are when it really counts. Hang in there, 7 seconds. So close. 3, 2, and time. Awesome. All right, final set in our first series. We got shoulder press. Here we go. Grab those light dumbbells. Take a moment if you need it. We're going in. Feet are together. Elbows out wide. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Big rotate up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, big rotate up. Inhale on the way down. Good. Inhale down. Nice. Exhale up, big squeeze. Beautiful. Inhale down, 30 seconds. We can do this. Big push. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good, keep going, keep going. 20 seconds. Remember, you can do an upright row. You could do a lateral raise. It's whatever works for you, works for me. Just keep moving. Heck, you can even go both arms or alternating arms if you need to. But you've got 10 seconds. My arms are warm too, friends. Hang in there, hang in there. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Amazing first set, guys. Drop your dumbbells, get a sip of water, take a moment, and we're gonna go into block number 2. Next 2 exercises coming at you. All right, guys, here we go. We've got superset number 2 coming at us. So we're gonna be doing some bent over rows, and we're gonna be doing some bicep curls, all right? So 2 straightforward, basic strength training movements, but amazing for building skeletal muscle. So here we go. I'm going to show you our dumbbell bent over row. Now you can go light to moderate, you can go heavy, depending on where you are. If you're a beginner, I would start a little bit lighter. If you're more intermediate to advanced, you're gonna choose the heavier dumbbell. All right, so we're gonna grab our dumbbells, we're gonna roll our shoulders back. This is very similar to our hip hinge deadlift that you saw on your leg series. So we're gonna hinge over at the waist, navel draws in. We're gonna keep our palms facing our thighs, and then we're going to rotate and frame our chest with our dumbbells. So when we're standing, our dumbbells are right by our side. And we're gonna squeeze our shoulder blades together in the back and then back down. So it's exhale, row and squeeze, inhale, lower down. Exhale, row, squeeze, inhale, low down. My joke that I make with a lot of my athletes is, imagine you're gonna go, yes, right? Like, yes, there's a big squeeze right behind you. All right, and then bicep curls. So this is gonna be up to you, light or heavy, whatever you choose. We're gonna do a curl with a twist. So palms start facing by your side, rotate, curl, and then back down. So big rotate, curl, and then back down. And I'll cue you also, if you need to, you could always alternate arms as you go if you get a little bit tired during the movement. All right, guys, so we're gonna get our timer set up and let's do it. All right, guys, so we're gonna start with that bent over row. So we're gonna grab our heavy dumbbells. We're gonna roll our shoulders back and down. Toes are forward, inhale. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hip hinge over. We're gonna hold this position. We're gonna rotate, frame our chest with our dumbbells, with our hands, and then bring it back down. So inhale, exhale, squeeze your back, shoulder blades towards spine. Inhale, down. So exhale, row and squeeze your back. Inhale, low down. Now navel stays drawn in. You're gonna stay down in this position. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then we're gonna go, yes. Elbows back behind you. Good job. Inhale, exhale. We got about 10 seconds. Hang in there, big squeeze. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1, stand up nice and slow and controlled. Awesome, we've got bicep curls. If you would like to change out your dumbbells, you can. If not, you can keep your heavy to moderate weights. Feet are underneath you, curl with a twist. Palms are gonna be by our side. Roll your shoulders back and down. Nice, pretty posture. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Big curl and twist, and then lower back down. So big curl and twist, and then lower back down. Nice, navel draws in. Rotate, inhale down. Exhale, twist and squeeze. Inhale, back down. Very nice, good. Inhale, big rotate, good. And then back down. And then you can also really try to keep your chest high. If you want to alternate arms, you absolutely could. We got about 20 seconds here still. Nice. Big squeeze, so close, so close. Standing up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. We're breathing, we're having fun, we're working hard, almost there. Here we go, friends. 4, 3, 2, 1, excellent, awesome. All right, so we're gonna keep these dumbbells. If you need to take a break, pause the video. You can always come back in and join us. All right, so roll your shoulders back and down. Hip hinge at the waist, 3, 2, 1, hold it low, back flat, and big row, nice. So anytime you're in a hinged position, you're doing a deadlift, maybe your rear delt fly, you always wanna keep your spine in line, your neck in line with your spine, your head in line with your spine. So what I mean is you don't wanna be way up here. As you can see, I put this curve in my spine. So tuck your chin, look out in front of you, keep that spine nice and neutral. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, rotate, good. Inhale down. Exhale, rotate, big squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, good. So close. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Stand up nice, slow, and controlled. All right, here we go. Going into bicep curls again. Remember, option to alternate arms if you want. Option to drop down to a lighter weight. It's totally up to you. Okay, here we go. Roll our shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Both arms go. Curl twist, and then lower back down. Navel draws in, chest is nice and tall. Imaginary string attached to your chest, pulling you upright the entire time. So think about that imaginary string. Inhale down, exhale, curl twist. Inhale down, exhale, curl twist. Good. Inhale on the way down. Remember, option, what? We can alternate. Yeah, you can deload and go lighter if you need to, but I know you got this, so stay with me. Come on. Big curl twist, lower back down. Big curl twist, lower back down. Almost there. Inhale. Exhale, be in control. Control is the name of the game. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. Woo. You feel that? I know I do. All right, here we go. One more time and we're done. We get new exercises after this. All right, so take a moment if you need it. We're going back into rows, shoulders back and down. 3, 2, hip hinge, and here we go. Big row and lower down. Big row, nice, lower down. Take your time. Inhale the way down. Exhale, big squeeze. Nice. Once again, you should feel your shoulder blades come in towards the spine every time. So think about trying to almost pull your elbows back behind you. Framing that chest with the dumbbells. We're so close. We've got about 15 seconds or so left. Let's keep working. Big squeeze. Nice. Keep breathing. Inhale, arms come down. Exhale, squeeze your back. Inhale, arms come down. Exhale, squeeze your back. Last one. And awesome. Stand up nice and slow. Take your time. We've got bicep curls one more time. If you need to get some water, pause the video and then come back in with us. All right, here we go. All right, last set of bicep curls, friends. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Big curl, lower back down. Take your time. Big curl. Once again, imaginary string attached to your chest, pulling you up, right? Big open shoulder curl, big open heart. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl. Beautiful. Little side view. You can see that my shoulders are pulled back. We want to make sure we're not curling from this hunched position, so posture up. Nice. Big curl, big squeeze, and lower back down. Big curl, big squeeze. 10 seconds, friends. Big curl, big squeeze. Awesome. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. Set number 2. That's a wrap, guys. All right, guys, amazing job on that set. Put those dumbbells down, get a quick sip of water. We've got one more set coming at us. Let's get ready. All right, guys, we have made it. This is our final round of our upper body and core workout. So we are going to be down on the mat for this entire series. We are going to start out with skull crushers, which is a version of a tricep extension, so working the backs of our arms. And then we're also going to be doing a modified version of a bicycle crunch, and I'll show you what that looks like. First off, let's start with our lighter dumbbells. We're going to roll down onto our backs, and you're going to keep your dumbbells by your torso, right? So safety first, keep them away from your face. You're gonna drop your head to the ground, you're gonna push your arms straight above your chest, and then you're gonna bend at the elbow joint only, and you're gonna let this dumbbell fall right beside your ear, beside your face, and then right back up. So the only thing that's moving is flexion, extension of this elbow joint. I'm gonna not let my shoulder move, okay? So both hands, looks like this, we're up, inhale, dumbbells by ears, elbows face the sky, exhale, big push-up, squeeze the back of the arms, okay? So that's gonna be exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, we're gonna roll down, you're gonna put your hands behind your head, we're gonna come up and we're gonna crunch and reach towards our knee and then back down. So we're gonna exhale and then back to center. All right, so I'm also gonna give you guys a progression for this. So if you want something a little bit more challenging, you're gonna bring your knees 90 degrees. You're going to come up and crunch and drop one leg down and then back to center. Up and crunch, one leg down, back to center. You don't have to do that. I just wanna give you guys some options. All right, friends, so gonna start our timer. Let's get into our first exercise. All right, friends, we're gonna grab our lightest dumbbells. We're gonna roll down onto our backs. Once again, dumbbells by our torso, in front of our chest. Feet are flat on the ground, arms come up. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So we're gonna inhale, arms come down, exhale, big squeeze. Now also too, just because we're working on our arms doesn't mean that our abdominals are not engaged. So I'm gonna brace my belly, I'm gonna pull my belly in, and I'm gonna make sure that my low back stays against the mat. I don't wanna have any kind of arch in my lumbar spine. So belly in, think about even tipping your pelvis upwards just slightly and hold that back flat against the floor. Arms still working, big exhale. So we're gonna inhale, lower down, exhale, big squeeze. Take your time, there is no rush. Good, inhale, exhale, big squeeze, wonderful. So close, friends, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and time, awesome. I'm just gonna drop these dumbbells right by my side. I'm gonna lay them down on the floor. I'm gonna go right into that bicycle crunch. Feet are gonna start on the floor, hands are behind the head. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lift up, we're gonna reach towards our knee and then back down. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, back down. Inhale up, squeeze and crunch, back down. Beautiful. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, back down. Exhale, rotate, squeeze and crunch, back down. Good. Awesome. Inhale, exhale, so close. That tummy gets warm. I know it does. Hang in there. You got about 10 seconds. Nice. So close, so close. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Woo! That got warm, yes? All right, good job. All right, so I'm gonna grab the backs of my thighs. I'm gonna roll up. I'm gonna grab my light dumbbells. If you guys need to take a break and get some water, just pause the video. All right, guys, so here we go. We're gonna grab our dumbbells. Next set, If you need to take a break, please do. We're gonna roll down nice and slow, bring our feet close to our hips, head on the ground, back to triceps, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up, nice. So you're gonna grip those dumbbells nice and tight. The strength sequence starts with our grip. So you always wanna hold on to your dumbbells. Nice. So gripping them, dumbbells fall right beside the ears, and you're gonna big exhale, lift up, take your time, navel draws in. Inhale, exhale, big squeeze. Inhale down. Exhale, big squeeze, good. It's okay if it's starting to shake a little bit. You're working hard into the workout. You got about 10 seconds, come on. Inhale, exhale, awesome. So close, friends, here we go. 4, 3, 2, and wonderful. Awesome, we're gonna rock and roll back up. Drop your dumbbells down. All right, getting ready to go back into core. All right, roll yourself back down on your mat. Take a moment, hands behind our head. 3, 2, 1, here we go. We're gonna lift up, crunch and twist, and back down. So your big exhale, blow out all your air. Inhale, reset at the bottom. Awesome. Inhale back down. Exhale up. Good. Crunch and twist. Beautiful. Inhale up. Exhale. Wow. So close. Almost there, almost there. 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. All right, friends, final round. Grab your dumbbells. We're gonna go back into skull crushers. Once again, if you need to stop the video and take a little break, please do. If not, roll down, dumbbells at your chest, feet flat on the floor, arms up. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Inhale back, exhale up. Last set of tricep extensions, guys. We are rocking and rolling. Inhale down, exhale up, big squeeze. Nice. Inhale down, exhale up, beautiful. And up, good job. Take your time, take breaks if you need it, keep working hard. This is another one that you could also alternate arms. If you get a little tired at the end, you could always do that. You've got 10 seconds, it's your last few reps. Hang in there, we're going into core. Here we go, 4, 3, 2, 1, and awesome. Oof. We're gonna drop those dumbbells down, and we're gonna move into our last set. Take a second if you need it. Hands are gonna go behind your head. I'm so proud of you guys. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're gonna rotate, crunch, and then inhale back down. Inhale, exhale, rotate, crunch across, inhale back down, good. Inhale back, exhale up, good, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Nice. Beautiful. Inhale down. Exhale up, big crunch and squeeze. So close, my friends. I know your tummy's getting warm. Mine is too. We're so close. We are under 15 seconds. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Good. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Woo. All right, guys, stretch that out. Oh my goodness, tummy is on fire. All right, let's get right into our cool down. All right, so we're actually gonna stay on the ground. You guys did amazing. So proud of you. We're gonna start by stretching out our hips just a little bit and our tummy. So we're gonna roll up actually. We're gonna flip over onto our bellies, and let's go this way, and we're gonna go into an upward facing dog. So we're gonna be back in that almost push-up position like we were before. We're gonna take a big deep breath in and lift up and hold it, and just let your belly go. Stretch right here for just a second, and then back down. We're gonna do it again. Inhale, exhale. Awesome. And then push back into child's pose. So you're gonna walk your fingertips as far away as you can, and then push your hips back, and you're just gonna drop your head. You're gonna hang out right here and breathe for me. Couple deep breaths here. Nice. Now in the same position, you're gonna walk one hand to one side of the mat and stack your hands. And you're gonna push yourself away. You're gonna try to stretch out that shoulder and that lat. So pushing your hips away from your hands, and now you can drop your head in between your arms and hang out right here. And then walk your hands to the next side of the mat, walk them over, stack, and then push your hips the opposite way, drop your head. Good job, awesome. So release that. We're gonna come into tabletop. We're gonna tuck our toes. We're gonna lift our hips up. Let's stretch those hamstrings out just one time. You can pedal out your feet here a little bit. And then tiptoes, and then both feet down and hold. Just breathe. Push your head through your arms. Bend your knees again, walk your hands towards your feet. Slowly roll up so you don't get lightheaded. Just take your time. And then roll your shoulders back. Awesome job. Now we're gonna take our arms up. And then you're gonna drop your arms, bring one arm across your body, pull it across, single arm stretch. Amazing job today. So anytime we strength train, we wanna get liquid protein in our system as quick as possible. Within a 30-minute window, we really want to encourage protein synthesis and stop muscle breakdown. So when we strength train, we're breaking down the body, and we wanna give it the fuel it needs and the structure, those amino acids that it needs to rebuild our skeletal muscle. Awesome job today, guys. So big reach up. That's my little spiel. Take a big deep breath in. The most important thing we do each and every day is we give ourselves love in some sort of way. So reach out wide, give us a big ol' hug. You guys did awesome today. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I hope you had a great workout. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Be good.